Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So we are quickly approaching the end of October, and that kind of blows my mind, but I figured now would be a great time to share with you guys all of the new releases and the new to me things that I've picked up in the world of media. We have Blu-ray 4K, we have a Funko Pop, and actually there's an unboxing I'm going to do in this video as well. Plus, I even picked up an album. So we're going to talk about all of those here. Before we do though, if you have a second, please hit that like button. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my new release haul for October. I'll start off with the lone Funko Pop I picked up, and this is a Spirit exclusive. This is Chuckles from Trick or Treat. So I had been going to different Spirit locations for like 2 or 3 weeks, trying to use a couple different 20% off coupons that I had, and I couldn't find anything. Finally, I went recently and I found Chuckles, and I actually ended up finding a floor mat, or a doormat, I should say. So I'll pop up a picture of that as well. But yeah, so I was very happy to find Chuckles. Trick or Treat, one of my favorite Halloween movies. It's just such a great movie. It gets so much more love now than it did when it released, but always been a favorite of mine. I love this anthology-like film. It's just fantastic. So yeah, very excited that I was able to find Chuckles from Trick or Treat, and that's the only Funko Pop I ended up finding this month. I'll talk about the record I picked up next, and I'll be honest, I thought I was out of the vinyl game. Like, I have not bought a new record since January of 2020. So damn near 3 years now I haven't bought one. And honestly, I think the reason for that is just because I was trying to stop buying them, because out of all of the different physical media types that we collect, and for my money, I feel like vinyl records are the slipperiest slope that you can get on, because for whatever reason, once you start, it's just really hard to stop. At least that's been my experience, and whenever I watch others on YouTube, that seems to be their experience as well. So I don't know what it is about vinyl, but once you pop, the fun don't stop. So that's why I was very reluctant to get this. I'll be 100% honest, I'm not even entirely certain I'm going to keep it at this point, but I figure since I have it, I'm going to share it with you guys. Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights. So I ended up going to Target the other night. I saw this there. I was like, I have to get it. Like, let's just do it. I'm going to do it. And so I did. I ended up grabbing so there's 4 different collectible colors. I ended up grabbing the Jade Green edition. So that's the one I went with. All 4 of them, I think when you put them together on the back, they form an image. No way I'm buying all 4 of them. That is ridiculous. There is a Target exclusive as well, a lavender edition, but this one I like the best, mostly because of that front image there, I think is the best one. So yeah, I like this album. I've listened to it, I don't know, a handful of times now, and I think it's good, but it's not my favorite T Swift album. I think Folklore was better, frankly, from last year, but it's pretty good. So the other thing about this is, as you can maybe see here, it doesn't have the bonus tracks. There was a 3 a.m. edition that came out at 3 a.m. on the night it released, and it had a bunch of bonus tracks, which the album does not. So I don't know what I'm going to do. The reason I'm considering taking this back is because I look over there and my record player, my turntable, is not even in a place where I can actually use it right now. So I'm totally torn on this one, whether I should keep it or not. You guys know I'm not big on buying CDs or vinyl anymore. I basically do everything through Apple Music. I just stream it and pay the monthly fee for the family. But I don't know, some things I like having physical. Anything T Swift, of course, I'm interested in. But yeah, so I'm really torn on this. Do I keep it? Do I not? Am I actually going to use it? It's not really about the money. It's just about, am I going to use it? Is it worth the money to me or not? So that's what I'm just not sure about. So I don't know. We'll see. I may or may not keep this one, but for now, Midnights is in my collection, the Jade Green edition. And again, not my favorite T Swift album, but I do think it's worth listening to. I do think it's pretty good. So that is the first vinyl record I've picked up in almost 3 years, which is just pretty crazy to me. So I guess that is the non-movie item. So let's jump over now to those. I'm so torn on how to go through these this month because the unboxing is one format. I have another thing that I want to show at the end because that's a bigger one and that's a different format. So I'm not sure. So it's going to be all over. So I'll start with the Blu-ray Steelbook I have. This is The Ring, and this is the 20th anniversary edition, so this is the steelbook release. I love this slipcover on here. I think it looks fantastic, and yeah, just a great movie. So as far as I know, because I haven't opened this one up yet, but as far as I know, the Blu-ray on the inside is the same one that I showed in my collection that I did recently, but that's okay. I'll just get rid of that one, and I will hold on to this really cool steelbook edition. So yeah, very excited that I was able to pick up The Ring 20th anniversary edition steelbook. I'm just noticing now that actually all of these new releases that I'm going to go through today are still sealed, and yeah, it has been a hell of a month, and not in a good way. So yeah, that's why these are all still sealed. Haven't gotten around to any of these yet. But anyway, next up here is Scream 2 on 4K, and I did go with the steelbook edition of this one. I think I wasn't sure which way I was going to go in my anticipated releases video, but I did end up going with the steelbook edition. So looking forward to checking this one out. As I said, I just haven't gotten to yet. So yeah, Scream 2 on 4K, an absolute favorite of mine. Very happy to have this one alongside the original Scream and the newer one, Scream 5 or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, Scream 2 on 4K steelbook. I guess these first three do have something in common. They're all steelbooks. So the other one, another one that was on my anticipated releases video, this is Punisher Warzone, the Best Buy exclusive 4K steelbook. And this thing just looks so darn cool. I love this movie. I think I talked about it in my anticipated releases. I think it's very underrated. Just doesn't get a lot of love. I do need to revisit it just to see if it still holds up, which I plan on doing in the upcoming month here. But yeah, very excited to add Punisher Warzone on 4K steelbook, the Best Buy exclusive version, to the collection. Next up is a new release this week that I'm filming. I just picked this one up. This is Nope. And this one, I just went with the standard slipcover edition for this. You can see here it says Collector's Edition. I don't know really what makes it a Collector's Edition. Probably nothing. But yeah, this is one that there are multiple steelbook, or I think there's multiple versions of it, whether they're steelbook or otherwise, like different slipcovers. I believe that there is a steelbook from Best Buy. And then I think there's a Walmart exclusive as well. I don't remember if it's steelbook or slipcover, but I just went with the original here. I think this is totally fine. So yeah, I'm very excited to watch this one. I love Jordan Peele as a director, so this is one that I'll hopefully be watching within the next day or two. I would love to fit it in before Halloween, so that's the goal, but we shall see. This is Nope. So everything else in this video is going to be boutique labels. A couple of these are older ones that recently went on sale. First one here is The Howling. This is the Scream Factory 4K Collector's Edition, and this is one that I do own the Blu-ray. Well, I actually just sold it on eBay, but I owned the Blu-ray from Scream Factory. I like this movie. I gave it a 4 out of 5 when I watched it. I believe we talked about it in one of the Cinefessions podcasts years ago. But yeah, very good werewolf movie. So it was like $12.80 or something absurdly low at Best Buy. So it's not going to get that low again. I might as well pick up the 4K edition of it because, like I said, it's a good movie. Probably worth owning on 4K. So this one is The Howling from Scream Factory. Sticking with Scream Factory, another one that went on sale, I had to pick up because it was like $15. This is Alligator. Now, this is one I didn't own, period, and so I was very happy to grab this one for $15. I was going to pick it up during the Scream Factory sale that they were having, but there just wasn't enough that I wanted to get free shipping, so I said I'll just wait. Fortunately, Amazon and Best Buy price matched after that sale ended for whatever reason, but yeah, this is an Alligator film that I've heard really great things about. I hear that the sequel isn't quite as good as this one, but this one is supposed to be a lot of fun, about a giant alligator under the streets of New York, I believe, who is attacking people. So this is another one I am putting toward the top of the priority list because I've heard great things about it. So this one is Alligator on 4K. And last but not least, for the 4K items in this video, this was a new release this past month, and I decided since I have the first two films in this franchise on 4K, along with the remake, I might as well add the Army of Darkness Collector's Edition 4K to the collection, because why not? And I think I talked about it in my video that I posted this week with my horror collection behind me. I did have this on Blu-ray already, but like I said, I had the other ones on 4K in a, I think I have 1 and 2 in a double pack steelbook, so I figured, let's go with this one. I was honestly going to grab this steelbook just because I had the first two in steelbook style, but I didn't because I couldn't find it at Best Buy where I picked this up. So I ended up going with the slipcover edition, which I still think looks fantastic. So yeah, very excited about this. Oh, and that was the other thing I didn't mention. The other reason I decided to go with The Howling is because it does have a different transfer on it compared to the original Blu-ray. It's a transfer from 2021. So that was another reason I went with it. And this one, this one also has a new 4K scan of the original camera negative. So yeah, it should be really cool. And this has a bunch of different cuts. There's the theatrical cut, the director's cut, and the international cut. I've only seen this movie once, I think, and I don't know which version it was, but yeah, excited to have all the different versions on here. So this is Army of Darkness on 4K. And like I said, that's going to be the last of the 4K items. So let's jump over now to a couple of the special ones I picked up. You know how sometimes you'll feel like you are the last person on earth to do something? Well, that's what I feel about this next one here. Everyone picked this up. It was like the release of 2021. Everyone loved it. People have been saying I should pick it up, but I had the tin version of the Friday the 13th movie, so I figured I don't need them. It's not that big of a deal. I just don't need them. I have the original on 4K as well now, so I didn't need it. But then the price just kept continuing to drop, and I had some like reward money to use, so I finally did it, you guys. I finally picked up the Friday the 13th collection from Scream Factory. And this thing is gorgeous. This deluxe edition box set with all of the films included. You guys know all about this one. Like, this has been super popular here on YouTube and everywhere else just because it's a great set. And so I finally did it. I spent like less than $50 out of pocket for this, which is remarkable considering that this is normally like $120, $140. So really good price. I figured, now's the time. And it, allowed me, I could just sell my tin. And that's what I have listed on eBay now. I don't have any buyers yet, but that's okay. It'll sit there for a while. Hopefully the demand for it will go back up once, this goes back up in price again. But we shall see. So yeah, after I sell that, then I'll have spent even less out of pocket on this. And this is a full upgrade from that because there are new transfers on, I think it's like the first 3 or 4 different movies. The first 4 have new 4K scans. So yeah, very excited to have this one now. Finally, after what feels like forever and everybody else owning it, I finally have the Scream Factory edition of the Friday the 13th deluxe box set. All right, so last but not least was a very late addition to this video. It arrived on my doorstep this morning as of filming, and I still haven't even opened it, so I'm going to get my knife out. But we can see here, Vinegar Syndrome. What? Like, I never buy Vinegar Syndrome anymore because I'm too cheap. Well, there's a reason I ended up grabbing this one. So let's get this guy open and we can talk about what that reason is. All right, so it should be open now. There we go. Oh, yes. This is fantastic. So let's get this out of the box here. There it is. The Amityville Curse. And look at that slipcover. My goodness. I know I don't buy a lot of Vinegar Syndrome anymore just because the prices are, I don't know, they kind of price me out. But this one I had to pick up, and I am now remembering why I love Vinegar Syndrome. Like, look at that slipcover. This thing is gorgeous, and it's like mint condition. That is fantastic. So let me pull this off real quick. Oh, it's the same on the inside here. I'm not sure if there's reversible art or what, but yeah. So this is, I'm going to keep that off for a second. So this is from what year? 1990. And the reason I ended up picking up this Blu-ray, which again, was more than I like to pay for a Blu-ray, if I'm being honest. But the reason I picked this one up is because I have the entire, and if I was thinking ahead of time, I should have brought the set down here to show you guys, but I have the entire Amityville set from Vinegar Syndrome up above me here.
You know what? Let me grab it.
This one here, the Amityville, the Cursed Collection. So this has like Amityville 4 on, but it skipped Amityville Curse. There must have been like licensing issues or something. So that was the only other one I needed because I do have the Scream Factory collection of the first 3 movies, and the third one is on Blu-ray 3D, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, so I needed the Amityville Curse to complete my collection. So at first I waffled on it, like, do I need it? Do I not? For the price, I'm just so cheap. But I've decided, you know what, I'm going to regret it if I don't, so I picked it up. So this is the Amityville Curse, which will go nicely with my Amityville Cursed collection. And yeah, I'm so happy to now have the entire Amityville proper series in my collection. Now, make note, guys, there are dozens and dozens, maybe even hundreds of movies that use the Amityville name in their title. They are not related to the original film series at all. Amityville is just a word that you cannot license or trademark, I guess would be the proper term. This is what I understand. And so you're just able to toss that on there because it's the name of a city. So that's why that name is able to be used kind of willy-nilly. So yeah, don't be mistaken. This is part of the original Amityville series, and I now have the entire collection. So hopefully I will be doing an Amityville series review sometime soon here. But yeah, that is everything I picked up, including my Vinegar Syndrome unboxing for the month of October. All right, so there's most everything I showed in this video, excluding the big ones. But yeah, really good month for physical media collecting. Lots of really cool new releases and a bunch of great sales, which we're heading into November, so the sales are even going to get better, which is really exciting and terrifying for the wallet. But yeah, anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on these and anything else down below. Did you pick up the new T-Swift album? And if you did you go with the CD? Did you go with the vinyl? Did you just do it streaming like, frankly, I've done so far? Just listen to it streaming? And anything else that you guys picked up, let me know anything in the world of media down in the comments below. I appreciate all of your comments down there, so thanks so much for that. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this one, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk books or movies or, well, one thing media. I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, it's amazing I can still mess that up after having said it for like 2 straight years now. But anyway, with that said, I will catch you guys next time.